When you hear the term Sigma male, what comes to mind? Often misunderstood and mislabeled, Sigma males have a unique place in the spectrum of male archetypes. But what happens when a Sigma male becomes cold-hearted? This dark transformation is more complex than you might think. Let's uncover the truth behind this enigmatic shift. Sigma males are intriguing and often enigmatic figures in the world of personality archetypes. Unlike the more dominant alpha males or the more passive beta males, Sigma males march to the beat of their own drum. They thrive in solitude, value independence, and often exude a mysterious charisma. But their journey isn't always smooth. Under certain circumstances, a Sigma male can become cold-hearted, adopting a seemingly emotionless exterior that can be perplexing to those around them. Understanding this transition is crucial to comprehending the broader spectrum of human behavior and personality. To grasp how a Sigma male can become cold-hearted, it's essential to first understand their fundamental traits. Their introverted nature is another defining characteristic. They are not the life of the party, but the ones who find solace in solitude. They are the thinkers, the dreamers, the quiet observers who revel in their own company. They are charged by their alone time, using it to reflect, to plan, to dream. But perhaps the most compelling aspect of Sigma males is their non-conformist nature. They do not bow down to societal norms or expectations. They do not crave validation or approval from their peers. They are the ones who reject the traditional alpha-beta dichotomy, choosing instead to exist outside of it. They operate by their own rules, their own standards, and their own values. How do Sigma males differ from alpha and beta males, you ask? Well, while alphas lead and betas follow, Sigmas prefer to exist outside this dynamic. They are neither leaders nor followers, but solitary wanderers charting their own course. Intriguing, isn't it? But there's more to the Sigma male than meets the eye. What happens when a Sigma male becomes cold-hearted? Let's explore this dark reality. Now, not every Sigma male becomes cold-hearted, just as not every apple falls straight down from the tree. But given their solitary and self-reliant nature, it's a path that some might find themselves on. It's the road less traveled, an icy journey that's as chilling as it is intriguing. The Sigma male, the lone wolf of the social hierarchy, is a breed apart. He thrives in solitude, finds comfort in his own company, and doesn't rely on the validation of others to define his worth. He's the master of his own universe, the captain of his own ship. But what happens when the captain sails into uncharted, frosty waters? What happens when the master's universe grows cold and distant? Cold-heartedness isn't a trait born overnight. It's not a switch that's flicked on in a moment of frustration, or a mask that's donned out of convenience. It's a transformation, a slow and steady drift towards an icy disposition. It's a journey that begins with a single step, a solitary stride into the cold. For the Sigma male, this journey may be triggered by various factors, perhaps a betrayal that left a frosty sting, or a series of disappointments that chilled their trust. It could be the result of an introspective realization, a conscious choice to shield their heart from the potential pain of emotional engagement. It's important to note that this journey isn't a one-way ticket to loneliness. It's not a doomed voyage to a desolate island of isolation. It's simply a shift in perspective, a change in the way the Sigma male interacts with the world around him. So what does this journey look like? How does a Sigma male navigate these icy waters? And most importantly, what's waiting for him at the end of this frosty voyage? Join me as we delve into the story of a Sigma male's journey towards becoming cold-hearted. Our Sigma male, let's call him John, was once warm and sociable, but things change. Let's rewind back to John's early life. A young boy with a twinkle in his eye, John was the kind of kid who made friends easily. His charm was not loud or flashy. Rather, it was the quiet allure of a deep thinker, a listener, a secret keeper. This was the first inkling of the Sigma characteristics that would later define him. John was always a bit different from his peers. While others sought validation and applause, he found contentment in his own company. He preferred a quiet corner with a good book over a raucous party. He didn't shy away from social interactions, but he didn't crave them either. Like a true Sigma, he was an introvert but not a loner. He was always there for his friends, offering his unique perspective and wise counsel. He was warm, kind, and considerate, always respectful, always empathetic. He was the kind of person who would go out of his way to help someone, not for recognition, but simply because it was the right thing to do. His compassion was genuine, his actions born out of a deep sense of humanity. But this is not a story about a perfect man. This is a story about a Sigma male. And Sigma males, like everyone else, are shaped by their experiences. John's warmth wasn't a sign of weakness, but a choice he made every day until the day he didn't. You see, Sigma males are like icebergs. What you see on the surface is only a fraction of their true depth. Beneath the surface, there's a world of thoughts, emotions, and experiences that they keep to themselves. And it was this hidden world that was about to be shaken for John. But life has a way of throwing curveballs. And for John, things were about to take a drastic turn. A series of unfortunate events began to shape John's perspective, leading him on a path to cold-heartedness. John was a man of few words, but his life was a vivid narrative of trials and tribulations. It was a tale of personal losses, betrayals, and disappointments. Each chapter of his life, a stepping stone towards an impending transformation. First came the personal losses. John lost his dear father at a tender age. This tragic event left an indelible mark on his psyche. It was his first taste of the harsh realities of life, a bitter pill that he had to swallow too early. This loss made him realize the impermanence of life, pushing him further into his shell. Next came the betrayals. John's trust was broken, not once, but multiple times. Friends he thought he could count on turned their backs on him when he needed them the most. These betrayals were like a dagger through his heart, leaving him bruised and battered. His faith in humanity dwindled, and he began to build walls around his heart. Lastly, were the disappointments. Life seemed to be a never-ending series of letdowns for John. Every time he tried to pick up the pieces and move on, he was met with another disappointment. Each disappointment was a blow to his spirit, making him more introverted and detached. These events, like a domino effect, led to John's transformation. His heart, once warm and full of life, was now becoming a fortress of ice. His trust in people faded, his optimism turned into pessimism, and his warmth turned into indifference. He was becoming a Sigma male, the solitary wolf, the enigma. John's journey was far from over, but he was changing. He was no longer the man he used to be. His heart was growing colder. His transformation was both intriguing and heartbreaking, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. But it was also a stark reminder of the dark reality that some Sigma males face. John was no longer the man he used to be. His heart was growing colder. As time passed, John's heart didn't just grow cold, it froze. A transformation occurred within him, a metamorphosis that turned John into a unique breed of man, a Sigma male. This transformation, however, came with a certain chill, a frostiness that encased his heart. John's personality underwent a significant shift. He was no longer the social butterfly fluttering from one social gathering to another. Instead, he became a lone wolf, preferring his own company to the hustle and bustle of the social sphere. His detachment from society wasn't born out of disdain or bitterness, but from an understanding that he thrived best in solitude. He found comfort in his own thoughts, strength in his self-reliance, and peace in his solitude. His behavior too began to change. John became more self-reliant. He no longer sought validation or approval from others. He began to rely solely on himself, trusting his instincts, his decisions, his actions. He became his own compass, guiding himself through the labyrinth of life with an unwavering determination and steadfast resolve. But perhaps the most noticeable change was his lack of emotional expression. John, once a man of many emotions, now wore a mask of impassivity. He didn't suppress his emotions, no. He simply chose not to wear them on his sleeve. He understood that emotions are private, personal, and not meant for public display. His feelings became his own secret garden, a sanctuary only he could enter. And so, the man who once wore his heart on his sleeve now guarded it behind a fortress of ice. His heart didn't just grow cold, it froze, turning him into a cold-hearted Sigma male. He was no longer the man society wanted him to be. He was the man he chose to be. John was now a cold-hearted Sigma male. But what does this mean for him and those around him? That's a question we'll explore in the next chapter of this intriguing journey into the world of Sigma males. Stay tuned. A cold-hearted Sigma male like John can seem indifferent and unapproachable, but there's more beneath the surface. The implications of being a cold-hearted Sigma male are manifold. On the one hand, this persona carries an air of mystery and intrigue. Their aloofness and self-reliance can be magnetic, drawing others toward them, eager to unravel the enigma. However, this allure can also be a double-edged sword. The challenges for the Sigma male are significant. Their self-imposed emotional isolation can lead to a sense of detachment. They may find it difficult to form deep, meaningful relationships, as their guarded nature can be mistaken for indifference or lack of interest. This can lead to misunderstandings and misinterpretations. Yet it's important to clarify that being cold-hearted doesn't equate to a lack of empathy or compassion. Rather, it's a protective mechanism, a shield against emotional vulnerability. They feel deeply, but they choose to process their emotions privately, away from the prying eyes of others. For those around them, understanding the Sigma male can be a challenge. They may perceive the Sigma's self-sufficiency as arrogance, their quietness as aloofness, and their emotional reserve as cold-heartedness. Yet those who take the time to look beyond these facades may find a loyal, dependable, and deeply introspective individual. The benefits for the Sigma male lie in their independence and self-reliance. They're not swayed by societal pressures or expectations. They chart their own course, navigating life on their own terms. This can lead to a sense of fulfillment and contentment that many may envy. Moreover, their ability to remain emotionally detached can be an asset in high-stress situations. Their calm, cool demeanor allows them to make rational decisions without being clouded by emotional turmoil. In conclusion, the life of a cold-hearted Sigma male is a paradox. It's a blend of solitude and strength, detachment and depth, mystery and magnetism. It's a life lived on the fringes, away from the spotlight, yet not devoid of its own unique charm and appeal. Being a cold-hearted Sigma male is not about being heartless, but rather, it's about self-preservation. We've journeyed through the intriguing world of Sigma males and the dark reality of their potential cold-heartedness. We've dissected the enigma that is the Sigma male, a unique figure who thrives on solitude and introspection, standing apart from the more dominant alpha and the submissive beta personas. We've traced the journey of a Sigma male as he navigates through life, potentially leading to a state of emotional detachment, or as we've termed it, cold-heartedness. We've shed light on the start of this journey, where a Sigma male's preference for solitude and self-reliance can inadvertently pave the way to emotional isolation. We've explored the turning points that can push a Sigma male towards a cold-hearted disposition. Traumatic events, disillusioning experiences, or simply the weight of solitude can trigger this shift. But remember, it's not a guaranteed outcome, but a possibility, a potential consequence of the Sigma male's unique lifestyle and mindset. We've delved into the implications of becoming a cold-hearted Sigma male, exploring the impact on their relationships, self-perception, and overall life experience. We've underscored that this cold-heartedness isn't necessarily a negative state, but rather a protective mechanism, a coping strategy for a world that often doesn't understand or cater to the Sigma male's needs and preferences. But let's not forget, not all Sigma males become cold-hearted. Many strike a balance between their solitary nature and their emotional connections, managing to maintain their unique persona without succumbing to emotional detachment. They continue to thrive in their own way, defying societal expectations and norms. To understand a Sigma male is to delve into the depths of complexity and contradiction. So the next time you meet a Sigma male, remember, there's more than meets the eye. We've unraveled the mystery of Sigma males, but the exploration doesn't end here. Just like the vast universe, the landscape of personality types is an expansive frontier waiting to be discovered. Each character trait, each personality type, is like a star in the cosmos of human behavior. And the more we learn, the more we realize how much there is yet to discover. Sigma males, with their enigmatic aura and cold-hearted demeanor, are but one constellation in this vast expanse. There's a whole universe out there filled with alphas, betas, gammas, and more, each with their own unique traits, behaviors, and idiosyncrasies. Understanding them all might seem daunting, but remember, Every journey begins with a single step. So, what's your next step? Perhaps you'd like to dive deeper into the realm of Sigma males. Or maybe you're intrigued by the fiery alphas or the harmonious betas. Whichever path you choose, the important thing is that you keep exploring, keep learning. There are countless resources at your disposal: books, articles, videos, podcasts, the list goes on. If you enjoyed this video, you might find our other videos on personality types insightful as well. Topics like the alpha male's hidden vulnerability or the beta male's strength and unity could be your next stop in this fascinating journey. But don't just stop at learning about different personality types. Apply this newfound knowledge in your daily life. Observe the people around you. See if you can identify their personality types. Understanding others can lead to improved relationships, better communication, and a more harmonious existence. This exploration into the world of personality types is not just about understanding others, it's also about understanding ourselves. As we delve deeper into different personality types, we might just discover aspects of our own personality that we weren't aware of. Remember, understanding others begins with understanding ourselves. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences with Sigma males. Have you observed this transformation in someone you know? Share your stories in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out our other videos on personality types and behaviors for more insights. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning.